My Sagittarius-Capricorn cusp collective. Welcome to your timeless astrology tarot reading. My name is Gabrielle, and you are tuned in here to Cusp of Roses, where we do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs every new and full moon and every zodiac season for the time being. Thank you guys so much for joining me here, tuning into this live reading. I hope that it finds you well and in good spirits. My Sagicorns, so let's go ahead and pick out your chakra incense. Yeah. I feel like we definitely need to go with the solar plexus here for y'all. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this incense lit, and then I'm going to sound my singing bowl 1 to 3 times, Sagicorns, depending on how I intuitively feel guided to. This is an opportunity for everybody tuning in to just get grounded, offer up some gratitude into your space so that you are open to the messages that come forward in this reading. Mind you, it is, again, timeless and general. This is not a personal reading, but if you're interested in that, you can book a personal reading with me at cuspofroses.com. The direct booking link is in my description box below, okay? So only take what messages truly resonate with you, all right? And if they don't in the moment, that's okay. That doesn't mean that this might not resonate with you down the line, okay? So if this particular live circles back up for you in your feed and you feel inclined to watch it, please do, because there might be some messages that we touch on here in this reading that will really serve you a couple months from now, okay? Or maybe even a whole year out. I've had that a lot with my clients. So just keep that in mind as you're tuning in, as you're listening. Use your own intuition as the tool that it is to guide you on your unique path. And let's go ahead and get started, all right? All right. Give me a second here. Ooh. Oh. And then I feel like I need to do a quick auric smudge before we get into this, okay? All right, Sagicorns, let's get into your channeled messages. So I did feel called for and to the solar plexus for you. Again, you're probably going to get sick of me if you've been watching any of my other readings saying the solar plexus chakra is going to be very, very, very important for the collective to connect with, to make sure that it is spinning in the proper direction, and that it is mended and it has its shield and it doesn't have dents or drainage or holes, okay? That might be leaving you a little susceptible to attachments, entity attachments, okay? So there is something happening here with the sun that's been channeled to me for quite a while here. It almost feels like the polarization of the sun is shifting and changing. It's almost like the sun is like taking on a more feminine vibration. I don't know how else to explain that. And the moon is like progressively becoming more and more masculine in vibration as I connect to it. But that's just me. All right. Something about that feels important though. Like making sure that the solar plexus is, again, healthy is just going to keep everything in alignment for a lot of the collective. Okay. And then again, it's going to keep your life force, your vitality up. Ways that you can tune in and balance your solar plexus chakra is, of course, getting out in the sun when you can safely, okay? Eating yellow foods. There are countless chakra healing frequencies. I do have a chakra healing frequency playlist linked in my description box below. So you can start there, check those out, and feel free to branch off or just do your own Googles and your own search. Be mindful that, especially if you're doing frequency healing, that not every frequency combination or tone and range of that frequency might feel right for you. So it's important, if you do tune into healing frequencies, that if it feels distorted, if it kind of doesn't bring about a sense of, how could I say it? It's a feeling that I'm trying to describe. Like, if it feels more like irritation than release or healing or shifting, then it might be either too high of a frequency for you or too low of a register, like you just don't feel anything at all. So just be mindful of that. Some of you might be getting into sound healing or sound frequencies, okay? Got to find the tones and the frequency mediums that work for you. So like some of you might be more singing bowl or crystal bowls. Some of you might be more about like a chime type of thing. Numerous. Drums might be more of a tonal thing that connects with you. You know what I mean? So you just got to find your mode and stick with it, okay? Until it shifts or until it changes for you. So anyway, definitely feeling like there is this like polarity shift between the sun and the moon, and why I feel like I need to go into that for your particular reading here, Sagittarians, has yet to be revealed to me. But I do think that that might even maybe reflect or resemble your own masculine and feminine polarity. Like they might be switching gears or switching frequencies or modes at the moment. Some of you are definitely very balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. Others of you might need to work on that. Okay. So again, countless frequencies that can assist with that. All right. And do your research on what might work for you or how you can go about that. Connecting with the body. Because interestingly enough, I just put the deck down. I'm not shuffling, and I have my hand or my palms over my solar plexus and my sacral chakra right now. Connecting with the body is going to be very, very important for you, Sagittarians, over the next few weeks. Breath work could be very powerful for you as well. I just think there's a lot of shifts in your lower chakras that might make it hard to connect with your higher mind for a while. Don't freak out about it if you stop having dreams. Like if you are a dreamer, dream energy might be really spiking and peaking with Neptune being in retrograde right now. At this particular moment, it might be in some sort of conjunction or aspect with another planet that's kind of activating the dream space. Yeah, it kind of feels like if you have a lot of placements in Sagittarius, I almost called you Sagittarians. Wow. I guess that's another way to mix Sagittarius and Capricorn, but anyway, Sagittarian. That's hilarious. Okay. If you have a lot of placements in Sagittarius, Capricorn, maybe even Aquarius, yeah, possibly a little Pisces too, just kind of like the higher numbers of the houses, okay, then I feel like Neptune is doing quite the number for those energies in those houses and those placements, okay? So dreams could be we were getting fuzziness, we were getting very vivid and very lucid, almost mirroring reality. So I would not be surprised, here, Sagittarians, if you start to have dreams that really do feel like your waking life. That is a sign of a major kind of consciousness shift that's happening for you. But the body, though, connecting to the lower chakras is just going to be very, very crucial to remain stable. Okay, to find some sense of stability while it almost feels like your higher chakras are getting an upgrade here. Okay. Okay. Anything else here, Divine, that I need to be aware of for my Sagittarius Capricorns before we get into their direct influences? Nope. Okay. Short and sweet here, Sagittarians. Let's go ahead and see what y'all got going on. Thank you so much, Divine, for connecting me here to Sagittarius Capricorns, cusp babies, and placements, and my soul tribe that might just be tuning in. Okay, what important energies, direct influences are here for Sagittarius Capricorn? Direct influences for Sagittarius Capricorn. All right, we've got yin. All right, yeah. There we are. And you've got Saturn. Okay. Yin is all about your intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. It is the feminine principle. Zodiac signs for yin energies or feminine energies are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. So basically your earth and water sign. So your Saturn could be in a feminine placement, earth or water energy. Yikes. Ah, and then look at that. As soon as I said that, Capricorn fell upright with these two on the desk. Yeah, you've got fire and air. Okay. So your Capricorn energy is definitely going through some sort of shifts here. And again, it might be having some tests of patience here, Sagittarians. Tests of patience. You might be experiencing some struggles with connecting with your femininity right now, or connecting with your intuition. Like I was kind of channeling. Seemingly, you're definitely in your lower chakras, so it might be a little difficult to reach out or tap in through your third eye, your crown chakra, okay? Your throat chakra might be going through a little bit of a blockage as well, okay? Restriction, experiencing struggle, learning hard work, and patience comes with Saturn energy. Direct influences here. One more direct influence for Sagittarius Capricorns. Sextile, okay. So a combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. Bottom of the deck is the sun. Interestingly enough, yin tends to tie to the moon energy, and here's the sun. So that's exactly why I was maybe touching on that polarity shift. So somehow, some way, you're either feeling very restricted in your feminine energy, or again, restrictions around your intuition might be pushing you into a more masculine energy right now, Sagittarians. Feeling a sense of challenge and struggle with being patient, because patience is mentioned twice. And a combination of tension and flow. I feel like that's what's actually the dynamic between your inner masculine and inner feminine. Tension and flow. Like a little bit of challenge, but kind of also making it work and figuring it out. So there is some sort of reward through this energy for you. Excuse my stomach. There's something you don't trust. And I think you don't trust something because you can't see it clearly, or you can't comprehend it clearly or connect with it clearly through your higher mind. So it's like anything that seems difficult to kind of digest through that might not be worth it. or might not be what I think it is. So yeah, there feels like there's this veil of deception. Okay. Quite poetic there, Spirit. Veil of deception that you feel is there or present. Now that could be a bit of an illusion that maybe Neptune is assisting with. But it's trust. Trust is the issue here. Whatever situation has presented itself here, my Sagittarians, it feels like it is putting you in a position to have to rely on an aspect of yourself that you're not used to using or utilizing in these types of moments. But yet there's a reward if you do so, if you figure it out. It's almost like a puzzle. I feel like it's a puzzle that Spirit's like presenting you with. All in the name of wisdom, though, with the owl and Saturn. Meaning, I feel like here, in ways that you're either, oh yeah, it could be reversed, in ways that you are very used to utilizing your yin energy, it is now restricted from you to use. Now you have to operate in more of your masculine, action-oriented, take a step to find out what's next type of approach, where you would maybe sit in your yin here, Sagittarians, and try to see what you can see, tap in, figure it out ahead of time, and then make a move. It almost feels like Spirit's restricting that ability for you right now so that you take a move and experience it and figure it out that way. So again, being very much so in the lower chakras. Needing to rely more on instinctive action than instinctive intuition. Okay. Okay. And with the sun at the bottom of the deck, it's about your self-expression and embodiment of your truth. Sun is considered to be a very masculine energy. But again, it's something shifting with the sun. Energetically. Page of Cups. This is what I kind of feel like you're used to doing. Putting your cup out there to kind of test the water or feel something or someone out first. And or this is a more heart-centered action for you, or that's what's required. In order to maintain this tension and flow or to get to the reward of this situation, you have to lead with your heart. And take action from the heart space. So yeah, it feels like either the throat, the third eye, and the crown. One of those, two of those, or all three seemingly have a restriction around it because you're meant to be in the heart, solar, sacral root to figure this thing out or to deal with whatever this sextile aspect is presenting you with. Okay, let's dig a little deeper. Tell me more here, Divine. Tell me more about yin, Saturn, and sextile for Sagittarius-Capricorn energies. Tell me more about yin, Saturn, and sextile. What's going on with this yin energy? Ooh. Ace of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful first card to start out on, my Sagittarians. Trust your heart. I just heard that, I don't know if it would be called a nursery rhyme. I don't know that would, no, it's probably not called a nursery rhyme, but that kind of childhood saying of like, I just heard it. I think it's, what is it? Cross my heart ooh, we don't hope to die. But, you know, I think there's variations depending on how you grow up. It's like stick a needle in your eye or like some sort of like pinky promise. Okay, so your inner child is definitely present here. I don't know why they're talking about a pinky promise. Let me know if that means something here to you, but it's like you either pinky promised somebody or made some sort of promise that you either feel restricted or are experiencing struggle to see through. Or maybe this is your inner child dealing with promises that weren't kept. Trust. Oh, there we go. There we go. Trust with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay, I get it. Yeah. It's the inner child that has formed trust issues due to people not following through on their word. Saying one thing and doing another. Yeah. Yep. And it's having to, I will say, forgive and forget. And I know it's very common to do the, oh, I'll forgive, but I'll never forget. Be careful with the words you say. I'm learning that quite personally in my life right now, okay, Sagittarians? You want to forget. And mainly what you want to forget is the details. You don't necessarily want to have access to remembering the situation over and over and over again. What you do want to remember is the lesson that it taught you. That's what's most important. Everything else about it, let it go. Because keeping it in your memory banks can be a hindrance. It can be, yeah, a hindrance to your 10 of Cups. For you actually having emotional fulfillment, because the situations and things that have occurred continue to play in the mind. But the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups, especially with the yin and sun here, it does feel like your inner masculine and feminine want to be on the same page or want to find some level of harmony. This could also be a masculine and feminine dynamic outside of you, Sagittarians, that is currently in this sextile energy where there is tension, but it's also flowing. Something isn't quite yet solid, or it has a lot of potential to be something. It just hasn't stepped into that vibration yet. Or this is just a point in some sort of masculine and feminine dynamic that you're a part of that is here to teach, grow, enhance the wisdom on both sides. So again, that you get to that rewarding situation. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups with the yin energy. Page of Cups. I mean, look, it wants to be out here. Page of Cups. Okay, hold on. Let me scoot this over a little bit. Somebody wants to offer you an Ace of Cups here, and or again, it's your feminine energy that Cups, you're in water. You are in water, okay? Capricorn, right? It came out as one of the oracles. Makes sense. All of this, though, is Piscean energy here with the 9 of Cups. I want to say Cancer energy, too. You could have some Cancer in your chart. But coincidentally, the Page of Cups is the throne of the Ace of Cups. So whatever lesson is in that Ace of Cups, it is a learn through expressing and embodying the Page of Cups. So for the 9 of Cups to be here, this is all centered around your own personal ideals of happiness and fulfillment. Personally, for you. That's why I think I was feeling a lot of this internal masculine feminine dynamic, okay? Learning how to offer compassion towards yourself, Sagittarians, when you're experiencing the restrictions, the lessons, the harsh truths of Saturn. Learning how to balance it out. And learning how to do that for yourself. Magician energy. Bottom of the deck. Learning how to do that for yourself then cuts the cord of codependency on seeking that out from others. Because here's one thing about people and humans in general, right? We're fickle. No matter how solid we want to be, and that's true, we're fickle, right? We all have our own paths. We all have our own variables, our own things going on. And to fully put your wholehearted trust in, that's what it is. Thank you, Divine. What you've maybe learned, and it is needing a little bit of healing in this moment, Sagittarians, is that you can't put your full trust into people because they upset you, they disappoint you, they let you down, they don't show up, they do one thing, they say another, or they don't do anything at all, or they kind of leave you out to dry, whatever the case may be, okay? And to some degree, that is true, okay? I just think maybe how you've come to that realization and to that truth, or that part of that truth, has maybe been a little harsh, okay? And I also feel like here, Sagittarians, that it is important to understand that, yes, there are people who can be reliable, who can be dependable, who will and willingly will show up for you in the ways that you need. But they can't necessarily do that if you don't let them in, right? They also aren't going to really have a clear picture on what that looks like for you, Sagittarians, if you're not in the habit of awareness around what that looks like for yourself. So this is where the whole self-love journeys comes in. Learning how to take care of your emotional body, learning how to manage your own, I'm hearing stress, and doing so in a very self-aware and healthy way. Okay. And again, awareness is the key. You do not need to be fully healed to be with somebody, to have a connection, to have friends, have relationships. Absolutely not, because healing is a never-ending journey. No one is ever truly fully healed. It's just awareness. I'm aware that this is a wound. I'm aware that this is a point of tension for me. I'm aware that this is something that I'm struggling with. The awareness of it is half the battle, more than half, honestly. 3/4 of the way there. And then it is implementing and practicing the healthier habit or behavior or mindset that then is that last fourth of the battle. So it's just awareness. Awareness around what makes you happy, awareness around what makes your cup full, awareness around how you want to or desire to connect with others. And being able to spot that compatibility in people, places, and things, and environments that you're a part of. I do feel like there is this quite watery element of you that wants to be expressed. It is your Capricorn dynamic that wants to be embodied more by you, Sagittarians. Yeah, you got the 3 of Wands. It's like it's waiting, anticipation. Waiting to get to the good part is what I just heard. So maybe that could be the case. Maybe you are experiencing your Saturn return in this moment. Okay. And if not, there could just be, again, some sort of maturation process you're going through. And it's like, I'm looking forward to getting to the part where my heart is overflowing with joy, where I'm open, I'm out of this kind of darker energy, dark space. I'm happy and content with myself. And I feel grounded in that. And I feel safe enough. Ooh, safety might be a big thing. I feel safe enough to embody that and express it, the sun energy. I also get that there could be somebody waiting on you to get into that vibe and that energy. So maybe if this is a mirror of a relationship, or that's what we're tapping into for you, Sagittarians, this tension and flow could be this, polarity dance between this person's masculine and feminine energy and your masculine and feminine energy. So let's just say I'm speaking to my feminines here, right? And there is a masculine energy that is interested in you, wants to connect with you, but they are truly in their masculine form, or, you know what I mean? They would need the feminine expression of you to feel the balance, or again, to have some sort of flow. If they're in their masculine and you're in your masculine, then that can be a point of tension. So someone here has to surrender to, and again, this isn't about gender roles, anything like that. It's just a vibration. It's just an energy where for some of you, this is a relationship where if one person wants to take the lead, right? I guess I'll say that having two leaders in the relationship can be a point of tension. One person has to kind of be the lead, and that can be and vary depending on what you're dealing with and what you're facing, right? That doesn't have to be a stagnant or set in stone role for each person. But regarding whatever this might be, someone might be trying to take the lead and the other one is struggling to follow. And I think it's centered around trust. Whether or not you trust where this person's leadership, this could even be in work. Okay? This could be a boss that's trying to take the lead on something or trying to lead you with something or lead a project that you're dealing with. And it's like, you might not trust that they really know what they're talking about or kind of know how to best go about it. It's like something about it you don't trust. And I think it's based off either what you've observed or what you sense and what you feel. Something is alarming your feminine energy that says, I'm not safe. It's not safe to follow. Don't trust that person. Don't trust this. Don't do that. Stay put. Like, yeah, something about safety is really huge. Okay. Interesting. Let's dig a little deeper. Tell me more then about why Saturn is here for Sagittarius-Capricorns. To learn. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, learn hard work and patience. Now, this is what I'll say, Sagittarians, you're no stranger to hard work. You're no stranger to hard work. That's for sure, and that's for certain. So I'm not saying here that you don't know how to work hard. Not at all. I think that there is something to learn, though. And it could be patience, learning how to be patient with others. Ooh, oh. Okay, let's keep it in this career vibe right quick. Let's just say there is some sort of leadership. This could be a team of people. This could be a particular person that you just know by fact and know by result that no one really knows what they're doing, right? Or no one is really, I hate to say it, it's like good at what they do. Because that's one thing. It's one thing to be in a particular position. Let's just keep it in a company, right? But just because somebody is in a particular position or has a particular title doesn't mean that they're actually good at what they do. Almost like this, anybody can start a business. Doesn't mean that you have business acumen. It doesn't mean that you have good business practices. It doesn't mean that you even have a good work ethic. Starting a business is just paperwork. Anyone with funds and capital or, an idea or the means can make one. It doesn't mean that it'll be successful. And it doesn't mean that that person or these people are good at what they do. I don't know how to get around that. It's like it doesn't mean that they're good at what they do. And I think that's something that you're dealing with in that it's kind of like if oh boy, it's almost like if these leaders in this industry are trying to give you guidance, but it's like, I don't want to take guidance from you because your company or your team or your industry, like you're not even, how could I say it? I don't want to say that you would like run circles around that. I just feel like you just don't trust it. You just don't trust it. Based off of tangible things. It's just like, yeah, no, this is a hot mess and I'm not going to really take any guidance from you because I don't want my business or I don't want my projects to end up the way that yours has. So like, It's something around that, but that's just a broad, a specific example for career. You can apply that to a relationship, right? Like if you just don't trust someone's thought process, or you just don't trust that they actually have some sort of expertise, or they really do know what they're doing, or that they have your best interest at heart. Pay attention to that, because I think it's a mix here for you, Sagittarians. I think it's a mix of valid, like, yeah, no, uh-uh. For valid reasons, but then part of it could also just be feeling like you've been there, seen this before, not going to do it again. Yeah, that's what I mean. Page of Swords. Been there, seen this before, not necessarily wanting to do this again, yet every situation is different, Sagittarius. So with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, this is a lot of page energy. But what I like about the pages, right? This means that whatever lessons the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords has offered you over however long of a period of time, you are beginning to master. You're entering the court of those lessons. Learning how to keep an open heart with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. Learning how to study and analyze things and have a level of commitment to hearing things out, seeing things through, putting your energy, time, and focus to get the results that you want. Learning how to listen with the Page of Swords. Learning how to consider other ideas outside of your own, but also, have discernment around, well, okay, that might work for you, but I don't feel like that would apply for me in this situation. Again, that maybe is how you handle business, but I do business very differently. We can agree to disagree. Like, learning how to agree to disagree is for sure the Page of Swords. But learning how to also listen. Listening is key. Listening is key here. Now, some of you, I do feel like there could be an opportunity that comes your way where you feel like a page, where it almost maybe feels like, is it too big for me? Like, can I do it? But that's why I said that. Thank you so much, Spirit. Let's say you're being offered something where you have a bigger title, or it's a bigger responsibility, or you play a bigger role in some sort of industry, company, project, whatever you're dealing with, right? And it almost puts you in this Page of Cups energy of like, or a Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords energy as well, of like, do I really know what I'm doing? Am I skilled enough for this? Do I have enough expertise? Do I have enough experience? Can I really step into this role? Am I really the right person? If the opportunity is being offered to you, then you are a match for it. Believe that with all of your heart and your soul, Sagittarians. I don't care the title. I don't care your education level. I don't care whatever else you think might be limiting you or a restriction for you, or whatever you might feel disqualifies you for the opportunity. If the opportunity came to your door, you are a match for it. You're capable of it. The universe wouldn't bring you opportunities that you would fail in. You got to get that mindset for some of y'all, because with the Three of Wands, something's coming. A ship is coming in. A pentacle is coming in. A cup is coming in. And you're ready for it. You are. And it's almost, I want to say, it's a very beautiful thing that you're in a page-like mentality or a page-like energy, because you know why? That means that you are in full acknowledgement that you have more to learn. You have more room for improvement. You have more room for growth. You're not standing in a I know it all, I don't need to be told anything type of vibe. You're like, no, I want to learn more. I want to grow. I want to figure it out, but I know I can do this. Or I know I can kind of open myself up to this. So that could also be the thing, especially let's say this is a relationship. It's like, you know that you can be in this kind of open-hearted, yin energy, receptive. You know you can do it. This just might be the opportunity where putting that into action, like I was saying, your lower chakras, acting out of those natural instincts, activating those natural instincts is going to be put to the test. And you might struggle a little bit, but you're in the page, which means, again, you're not necessarily a newbie. It's just the beginning of mastery for you. And I do feel like what you would need, if I am speaking to maybe a cross watcher of a Sagittarius-Capricorn and you're interested in offering this cup or whatever the case may be, is to make sure that you have compassion for, I almost want to say, the baby steps that Sagittarius will be taking towards getting into some sort of flow with this opportunity or with this connection or whatever that might be. Okay. And patience is definitely truly a virtue, but it's going to be key, because I definitely feel like if this is you, Sagittarius, it's not that you don't want to surrender. It's not that you don't want to be receptive. It's not that you want to be closed off. It's just you haven't had maybe many opportunities, or you've been waiting or anticipating the right opportunity to flex that side of you and stretch that side of you and figure that out and be in that and embody that truth. Again, safety. So that might mean, if let's just say this is a relationship, there were maybe many offers coming your way that you just didn't feel safe with. Like, I'm not going to be in that energy with you because I know I wouldn't be protected. I know I wouldn't be safe. So that does mean, though, I do feel like with the Ace of Cups, there might be somebody here, Sagittarius, that might give you that feeling of safety, to then open up and explore and listen and try these new founded aspects of yourself, or again, things that have always been there, but again, you just haven't felt safe enough to let it out or express it. But this is good, though. Honestly, the pages being here, it's so good. It's so good. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. For Sagittarius, Capricorn, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you got to learn how to work together. Learning how to work in a team. So let's go back to career, because this is a very career-oriented card. I think, again, that piece of just because somebody holds a title does not mean that they know what they're doing, does not mean that they're actually good at their job, isn't a reason to be intimidated in the least bit. Because again, anybody can start a company, anybody can start a business. If you have the capital, if you have the backing, whatever the case may be, the idea and the means to do so, does not mean that you're actually good at whatever the role you attain or, you know, title yourself, whatever that might be. It does not mean that you're actually functional in it. And that is, unfortunately, a very, very common truth that you will find, especially like for my corporate babies out there. You're going to find that a lot. And you're like, how did you get that title? Because how am I doing your work, but yet you're getting twice my salary to ask me how to do your job? Like, make that make sense. You know what I mean? You're going to come up against that because, again, unfortunately, it's not always about what you know. It's about who you know, how you can make something happen. Again, a lot of people can start a business and just call themselves the whatever of whatever, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that they have the skills to be efficient and be successful in that role. Okay. So again, I feel like if there is some sort of intimidation, I wouldn't be intimidated. I would definitely just remind yourself of that, right? And again, that Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and a 3 of Pentacles is actually quite beneficial, because it means, again, if you're in a leadership role here, Sagittarius, it means that you're very focused on collaborating and cooperating with your team that you're leading, or this project, or these people or clients or vendors or whatever your industry is, right? It's like you're coming from okay, what is there to learn? What is there to figure out? Talk to me, Page of Swords. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help, to coordinate and make sure that all aspects of this goes well. Okay. Like leading from, I don't I almost wanted to say like leading from the bottom and not from the top. Meaning like I'm in the trenches with you, but bring me your issues, bring me your problem, let's solve them, let's figure this out. But I'm right there, as opposed to I'm sitting on top of you watching you do all the work, and then I'm just going to get the shine for it. Like, it's a very, I think some of y'all in the workplace might be experiencing that, just, and it feels restrictive because it's like you can't really be productive with that type of attitude. And unfortunately, many leaders in the corporate world have that, or whatever industry you might be in. It's just very common. People feel entitled because they have a title, even though they don't know what they're doing. And they need you for every little thing, right? Like it's a thing. Try not to take any of that personally, Sagittarians, as well. Some of you, I can't get away from that, Sagittarius. Some of you are going to have an opportunity to be the type of leader that you wished you could have had in many instances in situations, especially when it comes to work and career. Now, for those of you where this might be more of a relationship thing, the best way to approach this is to, again, acknowledge what you don't know, acknowledge what you're willing to learn, be willing to learn and open to learning new things. And look at that, the 4th page. Page of Wands. Be curious, be optimistic, have an explorative, open mind. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. It's like new, yet mastered almost. Or, because again, each page is a throne of their particular element. And what I mean by throne is the Ace of Cups is exalted in the Page of Cups energy. That's why you will hear me say you're entering the court of that element. Comes with a lot of responsibility, but it's integration at that point. When you have pages, it's integrating the lesson, the message, the energy. So what I will say here is, if this is a new relationship coming your way, Sagittarians, there will be points of tension, but that's just because you're learning, or they're learning, or you're both learning each other. But as long as the mentality and the focus is collaboration and teamwork and joint effort, then I don't really see why you won't reach this rewarding situation or gain the benefit and the reward of being in this situation. And that reward feels like that 10 of Cups. Because for some of you, it is a challenge around the yin. It's the challenge of being vulnerable. It's the challenge of opening up. It's the challenge of operating from the heart rather than the mind or logic. But you're willing to learn. And I think that's a beautiful space to be in. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. No more having to shoulder it all. Honestly, Sagittarius, it feels like you either have a partner coming in here, like a real partner, like a real, legit partner in life partner coming. And or you might be encountering a career opportunity that will bring you a lot of longevity. I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles. So if you are a career-driven person, or you're in a particular industry, you have a certain skill set, you have a certain degree, whatever the case may be, it's like finding the right company, opportunity, place, space, situation where you'll hold that position, or you'll grow in that company and have tenure. So 10 plus years. 15, maybe even the next 20, maybe the next 35, right? Like, and then that's what I mean. Like, it's such a healthy space for you that the possibilities for growth, the possibilities for learning are endless with all the pages. It just activates a holistic sense of self for you. And that's amazing. And again, with the 9 of Cups, it's your happiness. You enjoy it. You indulge in it. It's fun. It's good. I can't get away from it. It's healthy. It's healthy for you. So this can definitely be maybe finding the right work environment after a lot of toxic ones. This could be the right and healthy relationship after a lot of toxic ones. This could also be friendships. Having a healthy sister or brotherhood or personhood, I guess, that feels right and you learn from and you grow from. And it's just, it's that feeling and that knowing that this could be forever, or in as long as I can make it happen, or as long as I'm able. Okay, what's the energy between Saturn and sextile? Hi Kiki, thanks for being here, love. Super 6 speed. Yeah, you can book a reading through my website, cusproses.com. The direct booking link is in my description box. Hi Marigold, thanks for being here, love. All right, let's see. What's the energy between Saturn and sextile? Okay. The 6 of Cups. Yeah. Yep. Soul contracts being activated for you. And again, soul contracts aren't just with people. They can be with career paths. They can be with environments. They can be with land. You might have contracts with sharing your energy with land, or servicing land, or connecting with grids in that way. And that's definitely a more advanced level of spiritual awareness. But in sense of, it feels good. It's nostalgia. It's peace. 6 of Cups is also emotional balance. This is the inner child. Oh, thank you, Divine. Because I was like, where did the inner child go? But there she is. There he is. He, she, they, whatever. Y'all know who you are. Okay? There's your inner child, the 6 of Cups. We're happy. We're balanced. We're at peace. We're feeling good. This feels right. Some of you are really, really about to... And again, I think this is such a perfect display and a picture of that tension and flow and the benefits that come from that. Because I think a lot of the times we think of fairy tale and movie and storybook endings and situations and setups when it's not necessarily real life. It's fictitious, right? It's ideals. It's idealistic, which is a beautiful thing. To all my idealists, keep going. No shame in that. But I think what you're facing is the realities of what it really takes to have harmony with people, have harmony with others, collaborate, cooperate. Not that you have been uncooperative, but again, it's learning how to deal with different types of people, places, things, and situations, and people from different walks of life and perspectives and viewpoints, and still maintain a sense of harmony and balance with yourself. Because what I'll say here is sometimes when you're faced with certain oppositions and tensions, it can be very tempting and very easy to try to push you or push your desires or push your perspective onto others. And people tend to do the same thing to you. Well, you have to see it my way because I'm unwilling to acknowledge the fact that my way might not be the best way. So just do it my way. And then if it fails or if it doesn't go, then it's still not my fault. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just going to find people and deal with people like that. Like, and they have no sense of accountability, no real sense, again, around what they're truly doing, but feel very entitled to whatever because of whatever title, right? But like feel as if the title gives them the power when it's truly the skill set. It's the skill set that makes you effective and efficient, not the title. Because I guarantee you across the nation, there are probably clerks and admins that would probably better be suited as CEO, COO, CFO, you know what I mean? Like, could probably rock that role better than the people in there. And it doesn't, you know, I hope you're catching my drift. You know, I just feel like you're going to come up against that. That's going to be a thing. It's okay. It's teaching you who not to be. Because again, I can't shake this, Sagittarians. I almost feel like this is preparation for a position for you, or for a situation where all of your qualities, your cup, your pentacle, your sword, your wand, are valued and needed, and will have the room, the space to thrive and grow and bloom and blossom. And it will not only be beneficial for you, but those who are collaborating with you, or a part of this thing, or connecting with you. So the divine maybe has brought you through these challenges with teamwork, with collaborative efforts, with projects, with coworkers, with bosses, with authority, whatever the case may be, to show you who to be and who not to be. When you get your opportunity, when that ship comes in, now you have a clear vision and a clear sense of how to be fully integrated and be holistic in the role, and what actually works and what doesn't work for whatever this is. And I think you're going to be very, very successful in it. Very, very successful in it. Whether this is a relationship, the relationship will be successful. Whether this is a job or a career, I'm talking accolades. Okay? And the inner child is happy. And I think that that's important too, especially if we're talking about life work and life mission. Yeah. Don't let perceptions deceive you. Don't let titles intimidate you. See through it on a deeper level, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is mental preparation for me, because the number 7 is a number of preparation. It's also a number of rest. It's also a whole number. Very divine and spiritual number that says, pay attention. I want to say this the right way, because I almost feel like how I'm about to say this is going to be very impactful for somebody. The only truth and thought that honestly matters is the one you conclude or create from your observations. But in order to do that properly, you have to kind of consider all that's coming towards you and look at it as not necessarily opposition, but a moment for deeper understanding, deeper clarity. That nothing that truly opposes you, Sagittarians, is there to harm you. It's there to help you. And if you can approach it from that mindset, I think you're going to break through a lot of mental barriers, a lot of societal barriers or industry barriers, or whatever seems to be like blocking you, I guess I should say. The Seven of Swords is also learning how to trust yourself. Learning when the thoughts of others are slowly but surely caving in on you. Learning how to discern your own voice amid the voice of many, or the voice of others. Because I think that's also the challenge of being a leader in that way. You want to hear everybody's point of view. You want to be considerate of everyone's needs. But at the end of the day, it takes a lot to kind of absorb that, hear that, understand it, but then kind of still make the right choice for the vision. It's also a vision card for me, the Seven of Swords. It's not always about cheating, lying, and stealing. It can be, but I don't feel that in this particular situation for you, Sagittarians. It feels very much like strategy. it feels very much like I need a moment to kind of think things through. Or there's a lot weighing on the mind. Could be some doubts as well. This is what I'm saying. Some of y'all, again, if the opportunity finds you, I don't care how big it is. I don't care if you feel like you're not qualified for it. It found you. That means you're qualified in spirit, period. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to tell you, you'd be surprised how many people are out here toting titles with no real tangible experience. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of who they knew and how they got to it and who knew who and who was friends and buddies and pals and whatever, who did a favor for whom, and now they're there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there could be this slight intimidation around whatever this is, but you're ready. You're absolutely ready for it with all the pages coming out. You are so primed, Sagittarians, for this. Give yourself the opportunity to thrive. Take a chance on yourself. Bet on you being able to figure it out. There's another 7. 7 is a very important number here. This could be 7 days from now, 7 weeks from now, 7 months from now. Okay? Clarify the 7 of Swords for this sextile. What's the tension is the 7 of Swords. Tension is also this 5 of Cups. Who are you afraid to let down? Or maybe you're afraid of being let down. Okay. 5 of Wands. This could be the team that you're leading. This could be the opposition, the differences that you're facing, right? Like, again, if you're having to collaborate with people and everybody has a different way of doing things, and it's kind of like, okay, how do we figure this out then? Again, who's going to lead and who's going to follow, right? Like, there can't be too many cooks in the kitchen. Somebody got to be on prep. Somebody has to be the sous chef. Somebody has to do the inventory. You know what I mean? Everybody has a role to play, especially if this is a group effort for some of y'all. But yet it feels like there's a lot of, there's the Page of Wands again. It feels like there's a lot of discord or disagreement or combativeness, maybe even just competition. Now, the 5 of Wands, yes, it is a challenge. But when it's upright, it means that there is a solution. If it was in reverse, it would mean, yeah, there's no overcoming this. There's no overcoming the challenge that's presenting you, but it's upright. I honestly feel like it's a change in perspective here, Sagittarians, especially with the 5 of Cups. I would not be too worried about letting people down or disappointment in a way. Like, this could also be where trust comes in. This is also maybe a challenge of you trusting yourself. Trusting yourself to make choices or trusting your own discernment. Especially if this is a new opportunity, a new job, a new career, a new something. It's like, do I even really know what I'm doing? Yeah, you do. You do. You for sure do. Don't let the pressure of, don't put pressure. That's what I want to say. This is like self-imposed pressure a little bit. Of like trying to make a whole bunch of people happy who honestly at the end of the day will never be happy. They just won't. Like that would be my caution to you, Sagittarians. Don't position yourself as the people pleaser in this situation, because that could be a bottomless pit. People could have a whole world in front of them and still not be happy. People could have all the money in the world and still be miserable. all the resources and depressed as shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just looking for things to be pissy about. So it's not about what you have. It's not about the title. It's not about the accolades. It's not about the degrees and oh, so and so got that from this place and oh, they just so much. No, no. Honestly, I feel like if this is career, the experience that you have weighs more than any degree, any master's, any PhD, whatever. It weighs more than that. Because again, it's kind of like, here's what I'll put it. I'll put it like this. Let's say fresh out of high school, right? Or I don't even know. I think, let me put it to you like this. Let's say through your schooling, high school and all the way up, you were the type Sagittarius, you had a job. You had a job, part-time, full-time, whatever, in the summer, whatever. You know what I mean? You had hands-on real life experience from a very young age. Went through university, still was working, did all of that. So by the time you actually graduate university, you actually have a decent resume of what you've been able to do and what you've done, right? You go on, you build something for yourself. Now, mind you, there are others in the world who didn't have to work through high school, didn't have to work through university, maybe went on and got masters and went to get their PhD. So by the time, but let's just say by the time you are, let's say 10 years removed from your maturation date, right? Your graduation date, real world experience you have. Some people haven't even had a clock in and clock out type of job, haven't even had a job yet by that time. But like, you have all this experience. But because they've gone through schooling and done this, that, and the third, they might have a higher title than you, or do you know what I'm saying? It's all relative. I just would not count yourself out of a race, out of a running, out of an opportunity, because you feel like either those around you are more qualified based off of degrees that they have or whatever the case may be. Experience wins out in this. And I almost feel like Spirit wants you to, Spirit wants you to walk in knowing that. Walk in the confidence of that. Okay? Don't let anything or anyone intimidate you. I don't care the title. I don't care the university they graduated from. I don't care. Your experience, your expertise, what you have hands-on, real, tangible life dealings with will prove more valuable than any degree. Okay. Now, I'm not saying don't go back to school and don't get a degree and don't, I mean, if that's what you feel called to do, absolutely go for it. But understand that you have what it takes. You just do. You have what it takes for whatever this opportunity is, whatever you are positioning yourself to receive. You have what it takes to make this successful. I also want to say, be very careful of absorbing advice from people who haven't fulfilled their own inner child just yet, or just don't. Seven of Swords can also be projections. Don't let people project their disappointments and their failures onto you. You are a totally different being on a totally different path with a totally different skill set, energy, gusto, work ethic, mindset. You got it all, okay? Just be mindful of those types of tactics. Don't let nobody get in your head. Yeah, there's some sort of competition around this. There's, again, the Page of Wands, again, at the bottom of the deck. There's some sort of competition or challenge around this from others or outside individuals that I don't want you to get swayed by, honestly. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of that is really smoke and mirrors. Like, I don't know why I want to get in this mode with you, Sagittarius, but again, it's just like a lot of people will try to position themselves to be your opposition. You can't. Again, Back to the example. You have tangible real world experience. You not in comparison to somebody who's never held a job before because they've just been going through school. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, are we on the same level? And that's not cocky. I'm trying to tell you, it's okay. It's okay to have that sun vibrato about yourself. Know yourself, know your worth, know your skills, know what you have. Queen of Pentacles, period. That's you. Look at you showing up and showing out. I love it. That's quite very much so you in a cusp energy. 20 degrees Sagittarius to 20 degrees Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles, period. It's in your DNA. It's in your blood. It's in your makeup. It's in your fiber to be the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Walk like it. Act like it. Be, embody that. This is the truth that you're embodying. You are the Queen of Pentacles. People might try to play you like a page, but you're a queen. Don't let that get to your head. Don't let it. Don't let it. I'm trying to tell you, because I really do feel like you're such a good fit for whatever this opportunity is, that the only way that it couldn't happen, or the only way that it won't work out, is if you get in your own way, if you start to doubt. Okay, Hierophant. Wisdom. Period. That's that tenure, the Hierophant. That's what that is. Okay, the go-to person. So we're going to have an extended here for this astrology reading, Sagittarians. It will be posted over on my Patreon. If you're interested in joining me there, that link is in the description box below. Before we get into those messages, I am going to clarify this Three of Wands and this Six of Cups for you all. Then we'll get the bottom of the deck card to kind of see where we're going in the extended. What we're going to explore and dive a little deeper into, especially with the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. I'll then pull from the Sacred Destiny Oracle to really get the highest vibrational outcome of this situation for you, especially with the Three of Wands, because it feels like it hasn't materialized just yet. So we're going to try to sneak peek and see what's going on with that. What's to come here for you, Sagittarians. And then I'm going to pull a affirmation and manifestation practice card for each of these celestial energies, okay, and cosmic vibrations. So to help you ground in this yin, to help you connect with Saturn, and to help you kind of get the reward out of this sextile, this tension and flow. We're going to see what manifestation practices you might want to do to assist you with that, all right? That, again, will be in the extended on my Patreon, Cusp of Roses. Link is in the description box below. All right, hope to see you guys over there. But if not, let's get into the Three of Wands and the Six of Cups. Right. Right on, Marigold. Oi. Oh, and look at that. Double energy just wanted to slide out here, but it's Capricorn, okay? This is the 10th house. This is the world stage. This is the career, okay? I almost want to say be mindful of your own shadows here. Be mindful of your own shadows here, okay? Tell me more about this Three of Wands and the Six of Cups here for Sagittarius-Capricorn. This is what you have to look forward to, being in the Queen of Pentacles energy and vibration with whatever this opportunity that is headed your way. You have what it takes. You have the skills to nurture that pentacle and grow your garden. Grow abundance and prosperity, okay? Clarify the Six of Cups for Sagittarius-Capricorn. Queen of Swords. Lovely. Libra, Scorpio energy. You could have Libra, you could have Scorpio in your chart. Queen of Swords is the business woman, okay? Ooh, what want to come out here? And the Emperor. Emperor and the Five of Swords. So this could quite literally be, remember when I was saying there's tension between masculine and feminine energy? There could be a lot of masculines that are trying to make you doubt or trying to kind of counterbalance because you're a feminine energy, and it's like, oh, you can't, how, you know, how good are you really going to be like at that, whatever the case may be. I don't let that shit get in your head, period. Like, really. Again, Five of Wands is truly childish at the end of the day. Like, nobody really got time to be dealing with that. But it happens. But you know what you know. And the more you trust your skills, the more you trust your own knowledge, the more you trust yourself and your own, again, abilities to navigate whatever this is, the stronger, the higher vibrational outcome will be. Interestingly enough, yeah, that Emperor, it's, I almost want to say Ace of Wands. There you go. I almost want to say here that you might be, the Sun card, you might be outshining some people here in a particular situation, and they are not happy about it. But do we really care? No. But just be aware, right? Yeah, it's like Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. It's like you're coming in with all this passion, with all this freshness, ideas, vision. Like you got it. Like it's again, for my people who are out in the workforce, again, you might be the type that kind of shines a light on where people really be slacking, because it's almost kind of like, well, if you can do it, then why can't everybody else do it type of oh man, oh man, oh man. And that's a whole nother situation, a whole nother conversation. But that's all I'll say. Don't worry about like upsetting people, pissing people off. You do you, Sagittarians, and whatever this is, you show up as your wonderful, talented, beautiful, awesome, amazing self, and let everybody be mad. Whatever. Like, it's not your problem. Honestly, at the end of the day, what you're here to do is to collaborate, is to work through whatever the challenges are. So some of you could be like project management, whatever the case may be. I don't know. It requires teamwork, though. I just think that that's what you're here for. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're collaborating on. Show up, do your job, go home. You know what I mean? Like, try not to absorb this energy that might find you. Because some of you, there could even be this kind of bigger and better, maybe even like a promotion that might be finding you with the Three of Wands. And some people might be a little pissed about that. And that's maybe where I was kind of getting at, like people feeling like you don't deserve the opportunity. And it's like, who are you to say what I deserve and what I don't? You know what I mean? Just be mindful. All right. So we do have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which does mean that, again, there is something new coming in. And we'll look a little deeper to that in the extended on Patreon. But if this is where we part, Sagicorns, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly, truly appreciate your presence here on my channel. Make sure you let me know your thoughts and what you connected with in the comments down below. I love to talk to you guys there. I do appreciate you allowing me to read for you in this moment. This is always so fun for me, and it's an honor to read for you, Sagicorns, okay? I hope that you found this reading helpful, insightful, maybe filled with some confirmation around what you got going on and what's to occur, what's maybe to come for you. All right, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss out on my next live tarot reading. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Super 6 Speed. Thank you, Marigold, for being here in the chat with me. I appreciate you, love, so, so much. And I will see you all in our next one. All right, namaste.